Are you living from your true self? The person God wishes you to be. Let me help you create a long-term, sustainable, centering prayer practice. Eliminate the roadblocks that get in the way of your practice, and live from your true self, the person God wishes you to be. I mean, that really, if you think about it, is true freedom, to be living from your true self, the person God wishes you to be. Not all the thoughts and emotions you tell yourself, where you're telling yourself, I can't do that. I don't have enough confidence. I don't have the right strengths and abilities. I'm too young, or I'm too old. Rather than to be living from your true self and taking action on it every day is really true freedom. So contact me for a free consultation to learn more about working with me on a one-on-one relationship, to help you live from your true self. Are you in the gap or the gain? I'm reading a book right now. I'm about 40% through it, The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan, with Dr. Benjamin Hardy. Now, Dr. Benjamin Hardy actually pretty much wrote the book, and Dan Sullivan obviously made sure it was setting forth his ideas. But it's a really neat book. It's not more than a month old. And the question I present, and I'll explain what I mean by that, is, are you living in the gap or the gain? Where do you live? How do you measure yourself against your ideals, against your goals? Are you in the gap and focusing on your lack? Or are you in the gain, where you're valuing the experiences and the things that you're learning and where you're at right now? Because if you think about it, prior successes creates confidence. Happiness is now. It's not in the future. And if you're living in the world of the gap, you're not happy because you have an ideal that you want to meet, you have a goal that you want to meet, and you're not quite at it. But if you're living in the gap and feeling not happy about where you're at, you're living in the gap, and that's not helping you, and you're not learning from where you're at, and you're not learning from the experiences that are happening from where you are at right now. I mean, some things I like to do, I like to go to bed each night, get on my knees, and I simply thank God, and I look back at the day, and I thank God for everything that I can think about that happened that day, from the smallest things to the largest things that have happened, whether it's a cup of coffee or a walk with my daughter, or a sit down and a talk with my son, or a nice Netflix movie that my wife and I watched, or a podcast interview that I was asked to be on, or a speaking engagement I was asked to be part of, or someone reaching out to me and wanting to set up some time to talk to see if it makes sense to work with me on a one-on-one coaching relationship. These are all types of things that I'll just look back at the day and just say thank you, and that I'm grateful for them. I set goals, and I'm a firm believer in setting goals, in various areas. For example, I set goals on, I have a book, Sitting with God, and I have goals for what I want to sell, I have the number of books I want to sell, and I have goals on book reviews that I want to have on Amazon, and goals on coaching clients that I want to have, and speaking engagements, and podcast interviews, and affiliate income off of my website. And I have goals, in areas of just to keep my weight at a healthy level, and I have goals around physical fitness and mental fitness for myself. I have goals around, one-on-one time, spending it with my wife and with my children. But the book kind of nicely helped me think about, I want to make sure I'm not living in the gap where I'm looking at a goal, and I set high standards, but I'm not looking at it and feeling discouraged and feeling like I'm living in a gap and that I'm never going to reach that goal. I'm really changing the way I look at it. I have goals, and I have high expectations, but I'm changing the way I look at things as I'm living in the gain, and I'm thankful that if I wanted 5 coaching clients, for example, and I have 3, I am super thankful for the 3 coaching clients that I have. And I want to have 100 book reviews right now. I have 89, and I am super thankful for them. And I have a certain amount of affiliate income I want to make each month. But then I look at what I've done, and I am super grateful for the affiliate income that I have, this month, and for the people that I've helped from some of the products that they're buying, because I know it's helping them. They wouldn't have purchased those affiliate products, if it wouldn't have helped them. And I'm super grateful for my weight and where I'm at. And I went to the doctor last week, and he told me perhaps lose about 5 more pounds, but your blood work is great, and if you drop a couple more pounds and can keep it at that level, you're going to be good for quite a while. So I'm grateful for the weight I'm at right now, and I'm grateful for the blood work I have. So that's all. It was just a really neat book, and it just made me rethink about how I'm looking at myself, and I have goals, but not being discouraged with the goals and where I'm at with them, but being grateful for where I'm at, for all the different goals that I set in all different areas of my life: personal, mental, physical, work related, website related, coaching, book sales, book reviews, affiliate income. I have a bunch of different goals, and I'm now looking at them much differently and not becoming discouraged, but being super, super grateful for where I'm at right now. And when I go to bed at the end of the night, looking back at my day and just thanking God for where I'm at in all different areas of my life, and just thanking God for the different experiences that I had during the day. So I'm no longer, living in the gap. I'm living in the gain, and that's really where I want to continue to live. And centering prayer can be very helpful with this process, because it helps me let go of my gap feelings where I feel like I'm living in the gap and move into the gain space. So centering prayers is a terrific practice where I can let go of discouraging thoughts and let go of these gap feelings and sit with God and open to the presence and actions of God within, and the experiences that God wants me to have. So every day I want to live in the gain, not in the gap. And I'll continue to remind myself, as I get discouraged during the day, where am I? Am I living in the gain, or am I living in the gap? And to get out of the gap and get myself into the gain and live from the gain, on a daily basis. So I hope you found this helpful. It's a really neat book. Again, it's called The Gap and the Gain, by Dan Sullivan with Dr. Benjamin Hardy. I'm currently reading it now. I'm about 40% through it, and I've found it to be very helpful for me, and perhaps it will be helpful for you as well. That's it. Hope you have a great rest of the day wherever you're all at. Much love to all of you. Take care.